Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the Beautiful. Nick Marone is back for Brooke. Is she done with Ridge forever? Bold and the Beautiful sees Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, coming back for Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and when that happens, she may put Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, in her rear view once and for all. We're going to talk about how Nick's return to B&B may help Brooke decide that her destiny is too dusty and that it's time to give up on Ridge. So, right now, Brooke is still holding out more than a little hope that she has not lost Ridge to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, forever. And part of that hope is being stirred by Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, who is reassuring Brooke that she can get Ridge back, just like he's certain that he can get Hope Logan, Annika Noel, back. But I don't think either of those things is a certainty at this point. For now, Brooke still thinks that Ridge is the only man for her and that they will always find their way back to each other. And that's definitely what she's telling Taylor and what Brooke's trying to tell herself, although Taylor is not having any of it. Brooke just got busted trying to throw herself at Ridge in the middle of the workday, prancing around in her bra and panties. And Taylor shamed Brooke for being desperate and thirsty. But, she looked a little embarrassed, and she screamed. But Brooke also looked disappointed that her scheme didn't work and Ridge didn't walk in on her. And so, of course, we found out that Nick Marone is heading back to Le. And his return may change everything for Brooke. She always talks about how Ridge is her destiny, but he is certainly not the only man who's ever been in her heart or her bedroom, or put a wedding ring on her finger. So, if you are a newer watcher, like some people in the comments that have asked me about this, you may not know that Brooke was once in love with and married to Ridge's half-brother, Nick, way back in the day. And as much as Brooke found herself going back to Ridge, she also found herself pulled back to Nick several times. And if you don't know the name Nick, here's a quick refresher. Ridge's mom, Stephanie Forrester, Susan Flannery, had a fling with Massimo Marone, Joseph Mascolo, back in the day. He was played by the fabulous and talented and now dearly departed Joseph Mascolo, who is also very well known for playing Stefano De Mera over on Days of Our Lives. Massimo is the father of Nick and also the biological father of Ridge, but Stephanie had misled Eric Forrester, John McCook, about things with Massimo, and he always thought that he was Ridge's biodad. And Eric, of course, raised Ridge as his own, and none of them found out Massimo was. Well, Stephanie did. I think she already knew, but it came out that Massimo was Ridge's dad when he was an adult, and Ridge had an accident and needed a blood transfusion. So that was the big Ridge and Eric reveal of that fact. At one point when Brooke was pregnant with R.J. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, she didn't know if Nick or Ridge was his dad, because she was so deep with both of them. So, I'm not going to tell you the whole history, because there's a lot of back and forth, but there's a lot of angsty past and rivalry there between Nick and Ridge over Brooke, and over their bio-dad Massimo, and of course, the messy history with Stephanie and Eric as well. So now Brooke is single, and Nick is headed back to Le. He is surely going to distract her from missing Ridge and fighting Taylor over their mutual waffler of an ex-husband. And in case you don't recall, it wasn't that long ago when we saw Nick return for a one-time appearance in 2022 when he came to Brooke as part of a dream sequence. I think he was in a Navy uniform at the time. It's been a minute. It's been 3 years. And if you've never seen Nick, you are in for a treat. He is played by the very, very hunky and handsome Jack Wagner, who of course played Frisco Jones over on General Hospital and stars on When Calls the Heart. He's only getting better with age like fine wine. And I am very excited to see Jack Wagner back to Bold and the Beautiful. Look for Brooke's other big love, Nick, to return to B&B on June 13th. and Jack Wagner actually began filming last week, and by the time Brooke sees Nick Sweet back into her life, she will have been split from Ridge for 6 months, which is significant because that means he's been with Taylor all that time.
Jack Wagner
Happy is reportedly sticking around on Bold and the Beautiful for a relatively long arc. Nick surprises Brooke with his unannounced arrival in LA, while she's feeling especially low after losing Ridge, and him refusing her repeat pleas to come back to her. And all of this will reportedly bring back Brooke's unresolved feelings for Ridge's brother, Nick. Spoilers for the return plot say that Brooke feels comforted by Nick's return, and he offers a sense of stability that she desperately needs at this point in her life. Their passion reignites, and Brooke may get a chance at happiness with this blast from her romantic past, because Nick still loves her. But seeing Brooke reconnect with Nick might change how Ridge feels. Nick and Taylor may both be surprised if Ridge finds himself feeling jealous. He's adamant right now that he and Brooke are done because she betrayed him, and he says Taylor is his future. But that could change if Ridge sees Brooke moving on with somebody else, especially if that somebody else is his brother Nick. You can bet if Ridge goes green with envy, we're also going to see Taylor annoyed by that. Longtime fans of Bold and the Beautiful might also recall that Nick was with Taylor too. Nick and Taylor were married once before, and Nick was actually married 3 times to Brooke's daughter Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, in true B and B creepy family overlap romance style. And if Ridge did mosey back to Brooke and walked away from Taylor because he's jealous of Nick, yeah, I'd like to see Brooke tell Ridge to take a hike, and she's sticking with the other brother after all these years of waffling. But if it does play out this way on Bold and the Beautiful, I just hope that Brooke and Taylor don't start fighting over Nick instead of Ridge. But at least that would be a fresh love triangle rather than the stale love triangle that we've seen with Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. There are a few different and fun ways this could go, but it would definitely be nice to see something other than Ridge in the middle of Brooke and Taylor. No matter how it plays out, I think it's going to be great to have Nick back. And I'm also excited to see some new material for Brooke, and maybe even a different angle on this Taylor and Ridge thing, because of Nick's return. And there's still a little bit of time between now and when Nick resurfaces on Bold and the Beautiful. So, we're going to see more of Ridge and Taylor's happiness, causing Brooke's heart to keep breaking until she's at this very low point. And Nick rides to the rescue. I cannot wait.